What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with a quick review of Power Book 2 Ghost. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Everybody be sure to like, comment, and share. This show just feels like a little child show to me. I get it that it's supposed to be centered around Tariq and all of that, but it's just, it feels like it's a child show. Well, not a child, like a teenage, drug dealing, semi-drug dealing sitcom. Like, it just, I don't know, it ain't doing it for me. So anyways, this episode, just a few key things that I want to talk about. First, the show comes on with Tasha meeting with Davis, and Davis brings in an investigator named Paula. Basically, they're trying to understand and figure out a way to get these kingpin, or in Tasha's case, queenpin, federal charges dismissed, because this is not a federal case, it's a state case, and they just feel like they're trying to railroad her. And we all know that Ghost is dead. And Tasha is just like giving up the family gem. She talking about Ghost, and she talking about Tommy, and she letting them know that her husband was Ghost, and that the NY, the New York prosecutors, or whatever their positions is, were not able to prove that James St. Patrick was actually Ghost. Like, she's telling all of this. And they do the feds, as well as the sex job, or whatever his position is, state attorney's office, district attorney's office, or whatever. They still believe that Tommy Egan is Ghost. However, like they say, Tommy Egan is in the wind now. He in Cali. I'm just trying to figure out what is Tasha's plan, and her reasoning for putting Tommy in it. Like, at this point, Ghost is dead. So I don't mind her throwing him under the bus. So does I do, but he's dead. He can't defend himself. He can't come back and kill her. He can't come back and kill the kids. And so I just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand her motive in that. And so with that, like I say, just my quick thoughts. They have a hearing in the judge chambers. Davis, Paula, Sachs, and whoever that was with Sachs. And basically, the hearing was to see, obviously, the way they went about charging Tasha was creep. It was it's non-conventional. That's not the normal way they charge somebody, because even the judge was like, whatever. So it seems as though Davis had called, well, basically he questioned Greg Knox, or Sachs, or whatever. Sachs, Greg Knox dead, y'all, excuse me. And basically it seemed like they was gonna throw it out the window. It said the judge and leaning towards, because it was just dirty, it was illegal the way he did. So then he brings in Agent Blanca, and she had a lot to say, but he will only limit her to yes and no answers. And so the judge said they're going to trial, but tells Sachs to make sure he does everything by the books, which we know. And Nancy does not do everything by the books. We know. And so Blanca tells Davis, when they go to court, to make sure that she testifies. And I just don't really like this whole Team Tasha thing we got going on right now. I truly don't. But anywho, speaking of Tasha, she's in jail, and the CEO, Melanie, or whatever her name, who was giving her a hard time, she gets some dirt on her. And she gonna get one up on her. And so basically she hears another inmate asking the CEO, well, basically telling the CEO, you better get a morning after pill up in here in 36 hours. And so Tasha, that got Tasha internal clock the ticking. So she basically said, I got to beat you know what I'm saying, this CEO getting this plan B in here, etc., etc. So anywho, let's talk about Ghost Funeral real quick. It was a shit show. It was no effort put into the scene whatsoever. You had Davis telling Tariq to bash his father. You had Simon Stern telling Tariq praise his father unless it's bad for business, and then the only way he can really take care of his family is if his daddy name stands in good, stays in a good light. And so anything negative is bad for business financial wise. Obviously, your mama got to figure out another way to get out of jail. Because let me just tell you something. Tasha was stupid enough to take the fall for you, so she need to be smart enough to figure out a way to get out of jail. Now, with that being said, it seems as though you got the best lawyer that money can buy in the state. $500K, that's his price. So he better be able to get out, which I'm sure he will. But Tariq gets up, like I said, he gives the eulogy, and it was just pathetic. And upon leaving, nobody shed tears. Tariq, Yaz, Tasha, and I was expecting Tariq to shed tears because we have to keep in mind, I don't know if this day 2 or what, but the show last week episode was supposed to be 24 hours after Ghost has been killed. And you just killed your daddy, you at his funeral, you giving his eulogy, and people trying to pull you in different directions, yet you don't want to necessarily dog your daddy. And even when you give the eulogy, you give him credit for who you are and how you've become who you are. And so I'm just like, man, just a little tear would do it. Because like I say, Tariq ain't from them streets. I mean, he ain't even in the streets. He a rich drug dealer. And they just move drugs differently. So anyways, upon leaving, Tasha tells Tariq she needs him to get her a Plan B pill as contraband. Not contraband, but so she can get up, basically. But anywho, moving on. We find out that Aunt Monet is sleeping with she's sleeping with 12. The dude named Officer Ramirez, she's sleeping with him. He want her to leave her husband Lorenzo so he could treat her better and all of this and all of that. And later in the episode, after Kane had took Tariq home, and he tried to scare Tariq up, like, hey, what happens in our house, stay in our house. And Tariq was like, man, speaking of, your Uncle Frank, he a snitch, he get out, don't nobody know. So he kind of earns Kane's trust. So Kane come back, he see the police getting out the police car with some flowers and a gift. So now the cat is out the hat. Now Aunt Monet or Mama, you're going to have to answer for sleeping with a pig. You just going to have to. And I mean, the only thing she's going to be able to say as a baby, I'm just using him, keeping him close so he can, keep me in a loop about what's going on out here in these streets, and et cetera, et cetera. So, so Kane going kills Uncle Frank. And, I see a lot of online, everybody say Kane is Kanan's son, but Kane really reminds me of Tommy more so than Kanan, because Tommy was like the psychotic killer that want to cut people up and set them on fire. Kanan was just more like, let me just go ahead and get this over with, shoot you in your head with this Glock, and they roll you up and do whatever they do with you. So it's interesting from that point. I think he's more Tommy than Kanan, but it is what it is. Now Diana visits Tariq. Obviously she liked Tariq, and Tariq asked her about her father, and do she believe that he could help her get his mama phone in prison. And so she go tell her mother Monet, and so they make it happen. It is what it is. So let me just give a quick theory real quick, because I mean, like I said, it's a kiddie show right now. Hopefully they get into it more. But look, I believe, here's the plan. I do believe Tariq is gonna use Diana. I don't know if he really gonna like her or not, but let's not even focus on the female perspective. Let's focus on, I'm gonna say, the middle child, Drew. When they was at the family dinner, Tariq had said that he's taking an art class, and he was like, "Oh, what kind of art?" And so Monet was like, "Don't worry about it. Go get your Uncle Frank, take him, da 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 da." And then Kane, you take Tariq, and Drew was like, "I'll take Tariq." And she was like, "No, you gonna do, take Uncle Frank." My personal theory, Drew is how Tariq, as well as Tasha, gonna be able to take over the family business. Because that one scene told me that Drew ain't really into this lifestyle. He more so into the arts and studying the arts more so than the lifestyle. So you get Drew on your side. Y'all figure out a way to kill Kane, because y'all know what y'all know what that is. I'm Monet, Tasha gonna have to figure out how to handle that. And then Tariq gonna have to draw a line in the sand with Diana and be like, "Listen, baby, I can take you to new heights you never seen before." You know what I'm saying? I can put you on, you know what I mean? Like, he gonna do something. Cause like I said, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what's the power play. Because ultimately that's what the show is about. What is the power play and how is it gonna happen? Cause I'm not interested in Tariq, advisor, Milgram, and Jabari love affair. Not interested in that whatsoever. So that's why I ain't speak on it. Unless Tariq gonna have them selling drugs for him, I'm not interested. And as far as his little friend, Taz, or whatever the little white boy name, let me see what the little boy name, whatever his name, as far as he goes, look, here's the thing. I do think Tariq should use his white friend named Grace. And then they go to the whole frat party, and the brother Braden punch a cop, and then the younger brother tell the police what their last name is, and they get off the hook. Okay, cool. But listen, I see everybody talking about online, Tariq better not get in business with that white boy, because they know if something happen, Tariq gonna go down, Let me tell you something. Scared money don't make no money. That's first things first. Second thing, you absolutely going to business with this white boy, because have him push the product. Have him go pick up the product. Have him do the groundwork. Because you selling the drugs on campus, baby. And he's untouchable on that campus. His brother just punched a cop. So use him. But you got to be smart about how you use him. You just make sure his territory is the school and the school only. That's it. You don't go to the strip club. You don't go out in these streets. You don't go to Monet. You don't go nowhere. You sell Grace and whatever your boy name is, you sell on the school strictly. Put him in charge of the school. I guarantee it'll be a great profit for being, like I say, we know what the vibe is. We know Tariq gonna have to get arrested sooner or later. We know he gonna have to go to jail. It's just a part of the show. But you the little white boy to your advantage, dog. But that's all I got. If I missed anything, y'all want to add anything, let me know in the comment section below. If you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Everybody like, comment, and share. Happy Monday. You know the vibes. Have a blessed week. Peace.